Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, we're in quarantine, and I'm finally getting back to doing stuff in the car. Small little hiccup happened. Car was actually doing pretty good all last year, even though I've been away. Gonna do a video about that, but there's a noise that's been bugging me really bad, and I took the arm off, and I realized the bushing was causing the noise. So let's go ahead and check that out. What's strange about this arm is, even though my car is rust-free, this arm has little rust spots over it, even though the other one doesn't even have rust spots. So I'm kind of curious. I don't remember. There could have been at some point I replaced an arm. I don't know. But anyway, this bushing, this arm does have half a degree of caster extra than the other side. So I was already kind of assuming it could be bent. But what we did find is that the bushing in here is starting to deform, even though it's full contact in the center. This was pushed out, which could attribute to maybe some of the caster, but I don't know. I want things to be equal. That way, when I do adjust additional caster, it is by my own regard, and it's equal on both sides. So what we'll look at over here, now over here is my little quarantine zone where I have multiple boxes for depending on how many days things have arrived. And this is the replacement arm I'm gonna put on there. Took it to a shop, had new bushing pressed in. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, and then we're gonna install it. Let's go back over here. So anyway, that's what I'm working right now. Car will be back on the road today. It's really not down too long, mostly because waiting for decon and parts to come and whatnot. And hopefully that song will be gone. So I'm gonna put this together and maybe we'll go for a little test drive. All right, so I have everything back in the car and we're up for a test drive. And I'm happy to report that god-awful, obnoxious noise is gone. So that noise, what was happening was every time there was any suspension travel, every time the arm went up or down, it just made this creak. And the creak was, I guess it was at a frequency that just got under my skin and drove me nuts. I mean, it was so bad to the point that I feel like if I could not have fixed it, if I could have never found the solution, I don't know if I could be happy driving this car, ever. But luckily, it was just a bad bushing as I was predicting. And so that's taken care of. Car drives great. Yesterday, I actually went for another test drive, and it was an experiment. So I've got a family, we've got 2 kids and a wife, and I've been wanting to go drive some good roads. I've been kind of locked in for a few months. Of course, all last year was locked in because I was busy with school, and I'm probably going to do an update video for you guys, maybe something to talk about the ownership of the car and sort of the state the car is in right now. But more or less what has happened is I want to go drive something fun, and the roads around here kind of suck. But anyway, we went for like a 4-hour drive yesterday. So I had my 2 kids in the back and my wife, a little bit of stuff in the trunk, and I was kind of wanting to see if we could survive a long trip in this thing, if we were going to go, you know, hunting for some good roads, hypothetically the Dragon or something like that, if things calm down. On that note, between sort of the havoc the world's going in and how some places just aren't respecting the social distancing or calling things a hoax, whatever, without getting into it, I think it's probably best that we're not going to go any long trips. But even if we were, it wasn't super comfortable to have the whole family in here. The kids weren't in the best mood. It was all right. It was tolerable. I think really the last key missing is I need to resolve my air conditioner. For whatever reason, my AC leaked out. And because of that, once it gets hot in here, it's going to be pretty miserable for the whole family. So really, the only things I have planned this year, just because I've got so much going on, is I'll fix the AC. Most likely I'm going to need a new set of gaskets and a dryer, and I'll recharge the system. And then I had a buddy who sent me a gasket for my sunroof, and I might change that, put a couple clips in here, fix some clips on this center console, and just drive it when I get a chance. I'm not going to be racing this year like I'd hoped, unfortunately, but at least I'll be able to enjoy the car some when I want to, and maybe go on some cruises and whatnot and hunt down some fun roads. So anyway, the car's in great shape. It's a crazy year. You all stay safe out there. And like always, thanks for watching, and I'll have some more updates for you soon. Take care.